Alright, so in this video, we're going to ride Shawn's 1993 FXR. Let's check it out. What's going on YouTube? FX Sales Brooklyn is back in the building. And we're out here with none other than Shawn Shreds, and that's it. It's the FXR crew today. We decided to switch it up. So, I'm riding his 93, he's riding my 88, and that's it. We're just going to rip around. Shawn Shreds back in the building. And yeah, exciting to be on the year that everyone said that I needed to buy. Can you actually turn it on? Good job, FX Deals Brooklyn. No indicators. How do I know if I'm in neutral, my god? Ah, that's in neutral. Alright. Sounds good with that TBR. Oh, there it is! I'm like, where's the indicator? Alright, so 93. So again, yeah, this is exciting because this is the year that when I was looking for my FXR, everyone told me I needed this year or something around this year. Wow, so far very smooth. Definitely digging the suspension setup. I know he's got race techs, I believe, at least in the front. I don't know if he has them in the rear. But very smooth. I like the fact that he's running this thing naked. Feels super light in the front. Bars feel great. I think him and I actually have the same bar setup, which is those Biltwell Murdoch risers with a thrash and low bend. But yeah, bike feels great. Definitely feels dialed in. In terms of comparison to my 88, which that's probably a separate video, clutch feels really good on this thing. He told me it was stock. So he's running with a stock clutch. Thing leans properly, it can get into these curves properly. Woo! Pulls properly. Waving to the old bikers. But yeah, in terms of bars, I think his bars feel a little bit higher than mine, which I actually kind of like. I'll have to ask him when we get off the bikes, but that's like the most typical Dyna FXR bro question. Hey bro, tell me about your bars. Got the Saddleman SDC Pro, that feels pretty good. He also has a speedometer that goes past 80 miles per hour, so it's actually nice to know the speeds that we're doing right now. Which he doesn't have them raised up, but I'll tell you, we're doing some pretty good speeds if you can't tell. Which is the typical situation when you're riding with Shawn Shreds out here in Long Island. Overall, you know, I'd say the bike feels definitely really smooth. I do like the suspension setup that he does have on here. It feels like it's kind of just gliding, which is nice. I'd say Shawn looks pretty good on my bike. Woo, that TBR. TBR sounded good. Yeah, we are straight ripping right now. This is why I love FXRs in the first place. You have a bike that's going to totally eat highway miles, rip on the highway, and then you also have a bike that you're going to be able to throw around when you need to, whether you're in the urban environment or the city environment, whatever you're doing. But overall, if I had to describe this 93 FXR in one way, I would say overall it's just really smooth. It is an incredibly smooth ride. You know, again, someone that's coming from the late 80s FXR. And in terms of FXRs that I've ridden an 84, an 87, and an 88. So most of my experience has been on FXRs from the 80s. I can say that there's definitely a big difference. And again, I think that'll have to be a separate video, because that is, you know, as people are looking to buy FXRs, that's a common question that people ask. You know, how are the different years different, etc. But yeah, I would say overall, you know, if I had to really put one big label on this build and this bike, overall it's really smooth. I like the fact that he kept what he did to it pretty minimal. Like, he did pretty much the bare minimum stuff. He did his exhaust, he did his bars, he did his suspension, and it seems like he left it alone for the most part. He kept those super, super ugly turn signals in the back, which I hate, but I know that he likes those. I remember talking to him about those when we both got our FXRs. The leaves out here in mid-November in New York are top-notch foliage. And the FXRs out here in New York are top-notch rides. The one crazy thing about this bike is that I watched Shawn wheelie this thing like it's nothing. And again, this feels close enough to my FXR and FXRs that I've ridden. It's insane to think about pulling the front wheel up on this thing. But again, I'm not, like, you all know, I'm not a wheelie guy. I'm not wheeling Harley Davidsons. So I don't know about that sweet spot and all that you'd want to know about if you're throwing the front wheel up on these things. But yeah, he did raise the front end, which I think was an excellent decision. He made this bike taller because, you know, the FXR that he bought, it's not the S edition with the dual disc, so I think in terms of the front end, it's more similar to, say, a Sportster, which is a bit lower. So he did make some modifications to make this a taller bike, which again, I think was a good idea. I very much like the way that this thing handles, and I think having it be taller is definitely going to help you in that department. In terms of aerodynamics. Yeah, let's drop some science. But yeah, in terms of like how it pulls and engine-wise, definitely enough power to rip on the highway while still being able to throw this thing around, whether you're doing some suburban slaying or if you're doing your urban tactical maneuvering. See my little gauge? Yep, I'm in neutral. Damn, it's nice, man.
Yeah, it's stiff.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That's that air ride. This, I can't get yours to do that. He likes my soft, squishy front end suspension. The truest of FXR bro romance. Hey bro, I like your front suspension. Well, that was fun. That was a hoot. We are going to go back to the Shred Palace now to do a little kickstand install on my bike. I'm going to give him his bike back, but I had quite a blast on this bike. Thank you, Shawn, for trusting me to ride this early 90s beast. 1993 Goodyear. I think I was, I don't know what, in the first grade, second grade or something. But yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a little bit, do a little kickstand install. Again, very much enjoyed this bike. Yeah, this thing straight rips. Good times. Good times. Yeah, so what'd you think?
Sick. You could feel that cam. I don't know what he did to it, but sweet.
It's up there, right? Yeah.
It's humpy too.
How does it feel different than that one?
It's way more comfortable. That thing's set up. A thick king.
Yeah, dude, the thick king.
Yeah.
But honestly, dude, I like the fact that it's taller because when we were like leaning into those curves, you could feel it.
You're not gonna come close.
Yeah. How'd you feel with this and the curves?
Fine. This is kind of what it felt like before I did all that.
Yeah.
But like, smooth, man, comfortable.
That's what I said about yours.
I gotta take some of that preload out of the shocks.
Yeah.
It's set up to bring it up, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
Dude, you like this upgrade, man?
Oh yeah. It adds a couple horsepower. Right?
Yeah, you gotta have that, man. Well, hey, good ride, man. Thanks for letting me ride that. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that little rip on the 93. Excellent year. If you find a 93 and you're wondering if that's the way to go, I had a blast on that. So, yeah, this bike straight ripped. We're going to go do our little kickstand install. Stay safe, stay low. FXCLS Brooklyn is out.